Yo, One Piece chapter 1085 came out this morning. It's like 6:30 right now. I just haven't had time. But let's get right into it. The title, of course, The Death of Nefertari Cobra. And we have cover request by Mount Apple. Frankie encouraging hatchling turtles on their way to the sea. Frankie crying. He killed a crab that was probably gonna eat these little baby turtles. All right, I'm trying to get back in the mood. Doesn't feel like One Piece Day. It is a Wednesday. Probably a little bit why it doesn't feel like it, but all right. We left off with, of course, Im sitting on the empty throne in front of Cobra. A lot of theories about Im being Nefertari Lily. I'm not buying that. I feel like in the moment the connection kind of made sense, but overall it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay, the impossible ruler. This feels like it's going to be a very important chapter, so let's get serious here. Lore piece, baby. No one is ever supposed to sit there. Cobra's sweating. No individual should have the power to control the world. Emu uses mu to refer to themselves in third person. Typically means void, but can also be a reading for dream. Very interesting. Of course, when we thought emu, everyone thought umi for sea, but now we're going with stuff like void and dream. And they're referring to themselves. Now, of course, in the anime, there's going to be the emu voice reveal, which is going to be interesting. But right now, we have no clue if this is a female or male voice. We really have no idea, so I don't know how to go about this right now. Mu shall address two of the points being discussed, and thou must answer a single question in return, Cobra. Who are you? I've heard the name Emu before. It could be a coincidence, but one of the first 20 was also called that. Alright. So one thing people did with the Lily theory is that apparently there's 19 swords in the ground instead of 20, and people were saying maybe Lily didn't put her sword and that's why she's Emu. But now we're finding out that Emu was the name of one of the 20 as well, so maybe Lily did put her sword, but was actually people are saying like an accomplice of Joy Boy, maybe a revolutionary in a sense, because she didn't want to be thought of as a celestial dragon. She didn't want to live on Mary Joa. But now we're getting that Emu is also one of the 20, so maybe that missing sword is Emu's. Because why would you pledge to yourself? Why would you pledge to the world government if you are in charge of it all? Could be a coincidence, but one of the first 20 was also called that. Such curiosity titters on impertinence. It will not be dignified with an answer. However, still in silhouette, so interesting. However, I see D. I didn't see any spoilers on Twitter. All I saw was Gorosei and Cobra, which doesn't spoil anything. So I really don't know. Are we getting some answers today? It's exciting. However, those initial queries shall be addressed. D is the moniker of our ancient enemy. Moniker. In recent times, it has cropped up more frequently. However, it is nothing but a faint echo. Those who carry the name do not even know of its true meaning now. And yet, this irritation only endures due to... And yet, this irritation only endures due to Queen Lily's grave blunder 800 years ago. Blunder? Blunder? And same can be said to those irksome scholars investigating the so-called void century. Okay, so let's go off what he just said. D is a moniker. What is the definition of a moniker? Is it just like it's the name? It's just a name, a nickname. Okay, so the people of D, which we know, and the D are the enemies of the gods. We know this from a Law's flashback with Corazon. But it's cropped up more frequently, but a fake echo that none of the members of the D clan know the meaning of. But it's because of a grave blunder by Queen Lily, which to me, I mean, if it's a blunder for Emu, that probably means to me that the Ds were supposed to be wiped out, but she actually helped maybe some of the families escape, like the monkey family and... Alright, already 6 minutes in. But yeah, let's assume that the monkey family and the other families got saved. And then, of course, the scholars of the Void Century, Emu doesn't want them to find anything out because there is stuff written down of different meanings and shit. Without that blunder, there would be no pirates chasing the poneglyphs in pursuit of treasure either. If it were not for Lily's incompetence, those vexing relics would never have been scattered all over the world. Interesting. The blunder. This is going to be a new... What was Lily's blunder is like the next thumbnail of every YouTube theory. There would be no pirates chasing the poneglyphs in search of treasure. But first of all, there has to be a treasure to pursue. So it's not like, is the One Piece... To me, it's not that the One Piece exists because of Lily. To me, it's simply the way to find the One Piece was scattered about by Lily, or due to Lily's mistake, people got scared. I mean, that's probably it. Which is interesting because the poneglyphs were written on Wano, so it's curious to know the intersection between like all the civilizations, right? Because we have all the different civilizations and species. So we have Wano connected to Alabasta, connected to Fishman Island, connected to the Minks and Zoe, connected to the Skypeans, like all of that, you know. So Lily must have been like the messenger rebel that was like, this just happened, but I'm not cool with it. Like we created the world government, we took down whatever enemy, but maybe she realized like I was fighting for actually the wrong cause. And you have to scatter this stuff because if it's not scattered and no one can find it, then the world will never be the same again, type thing. We're trying to get back to Joy Boy's age in a sense, you know. Technically, we are in the Void Centuries right now. The 800 years of enslavement under Im. Cobra shocked. The release, interesting word, the release of the poneglyphs was the worst possible outcome for us. So to me, release means they had the poneglyphs, or at least maybe they had Wano under control. Ooh, makes you wonder about Wano's walls. So one must wonder whether it was truly a mistake or if it was actually part of some larger plan. So yeah, so it feels like Im was maybe, let's say, like a war dog, kind of like a Kainu. That's the vibe I'm getting. He, she, it was in charge, maybe not in charge, because I feel like he's a snake, was definitely on the side of like creating the world government and being in control of the world, while Lily is like Vivi is like Luffy, very much like rebel, wants freedom, doesn't want the world to be enslaved, doesn't want one world government type shit. So, but it seems like even Im still after 800 years doesn't know, and probably killed her to be fair, doesn't know if what she did was a mistake or if it was a plan, which is interesting. Cobra. And you see the Gorosei taking out their guns, brother. They just taking out the. Oh, and my man got Gandhi's on the katana, bro. But these guys, they strapped up. They all got shit in their suits. The truth undoubtedly lies in the letter Lily left. Oh. Oh. So now Imu's gonna ask, so pray tell, was it a deliberate choice to only refer to her as Queen Lily of House Nefertari? Go ahead and Go ahead. Ooh. Go ahead, Cobra. Go ahead and divulge the full name on her letter as written. Are we implying she's a D? I wouldn't be surprised if the Nefertaris were Ds. Was she like a secret, not secret agent, like a plant in the whole takeover of the world type shit? I don't know why. This is giving me like Knight of Black Knives vibes from Elden Ring. Like we got the assassins, and then there was all. I don't know. Like that's the visual I'm getting, because we've never seen what actually happened during the Void Century, what these 20 kingdoms did to take over the world. So they've got me. I suppose there really is no chance of leaving this room alive. Damn. Cobra's like, I'm already dying of like cancer or some shit, so. See, but now it feels like, should he tell him? Should he tell him? Should he tell him? Or should he just take it to his grave? Is the truth just gonna piss off him more? And what does that mean? I feel like that would mean going after Vivi, which was the intention anyway, with the poster him had. I take it that there is no fib I could tell that would satisfy you enough to let me go. Your fate was decided the moment you saw the great Imu. Cobra's like, alright, I'm about to die. Is he gonna think of his daughter? Come on, man. Not surprising. Well, I mean, he's a king. Think of his daughter, his people, all that. Oh, Sabo's gonna come. There's a double page spread coming. I don't know what's on it, but like, Sabo's gotta come in, right? I don't think Sabo's gonna come in after. Maybe. He might come in right after he gets shot. Not surprising. They can't let anyone know the world's greatest taboo has been broken. True. Cobra's a smart man. Sabo's right there. The atmosphere here feels a little sinister. What's going on? The truth is, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to scroll too far down. The truth is, the letter from Alabasta's ruler 8 centuries ago was signed by Queen Nefertari D. Lily. I just got shivers, man. Oh, she was a plant. She was a plant. Imu's eyes. D. That came from the side. What is this arrow? What does this remind me of? What does this arrow remind me of? It reminds me of Kizaru's arrows, his light. And it also reminds me of that one panel where like Nami said something and like pierced, it was like a speech bubble and it pierced Sanji's thing. I'm trying to think if it reminds me of anything else. There's a very specific panel, that arrow piercing him. And it's from the side, so I don't think that's M. Because it's dark, you would think it's like an M power, but I don't think so. But then we see Sabo leap into the air. Sanji's father looks. No, just joking. Fire Fist! All the Gorosei are like, ah! Smothered Mate! A move in chess and shogi where the king is checked by a knight while surrounded by its own pieces. Very fun. Love that. Smothered Mate. Checkmate, baby. Is he going towards him? He is. He's going up the stairs. Are we going to see like a clear... Oh, is the fire going to illuminate Im's face? Please do. Also, this panel of Im's eyes right now. Giving me pain vibes with the Rinnegan. Where did this one come from? I don't know what's going on in this panel. Just goes right up to Im. Is there a clash? Are we getting a reveal of the Gorosei's devil fruits right now? Are we getting a little... Oh! Oh, they're all in silhouette. There's so many silhouettes out there. You can't do this. Where did this one come from? It does look like a female, though. I must say. It does look like a female. I was hoping I'd be able to take you all out in one move. After all, there was no way I could have known that hell was located here, the very top of the world. And I mean, yeah, I mean, he didn't get shot, but he got pierced by someone. If we look at the angle, it came from his left. So it's either our boy Jay Garcia, Gandhi, or Vinsmoke. If it was on his left. Seems like Jay Garcia, though. Damn. But yeah, he got pierced. So he didn't get shot up from the guns, he got pierced. Still got pierced in like his kidney and shit, though. His cock. And then we get the snail on the wall taking a picture. Now, is this a... I mean, that's a bad place to put that snail, considering the Gorosei were meeting Imu in that room. So I don't think you would want any pictures to be taken in that room. So I wonder if that's a Morgan snail, or like whose snail that is. But okay. Huh? You are Luffy-kun's brother, aren't you? You're with the Revolutionary Army, and you still saved him to help me. Save me. Our cause is more concerning with the monsters that sit above the king and queens of the world. Did you know Luffy somehow? Do you know Luffy somehow? He once stepped in to save me too. That sounds like him, all right. And I'm going to analyze these forms in a second. Might even do it at the end of the chapter. Leave me. I'm dead weight. You had a better chance of escaping on your own. Not going to happen. Or he says, you have a better chance of escaping on your own. Not going to happen. There's something I've come to understand. Cobra is going to tell Sabo the secrets, and then Sabo's going to fight until he Ivankov a dragon. And if you die here, we'll be in trouble. Because I need you to deliver a message to Luffy-kun and Vivi. You want me to tell them something? Tell them we share the moniker D. What? I finally know the path Alabasta must follow. Yeah, I mean, Sabo's the one brother that doesn't have the D, you know? And I mean, I don't think he should ever have the D. If anything, he's closer to a celestial dragon through like royal blood type shit. Yeah, you know. Uh, I'm sorry, it's 20 minutes in already. God, I need to hurry. So, but let's quickly see. Okay, we got cow, chicken, hippo. Gandhi's some kind of slime thing. And then one of these guys just looks like Scream, and then we got Emu coming from the top, just gigantic, just crawling down, and just menacing in the back. So confirming at least 2 zones. I don't think Emu's a zone. I don't think Gandhi's a zone. Hippo one looks too weird. I don't think that's a zone. The bird's for sure a zone, which would be the tall guy, the long hair guy. But we can confirm all Delfords. Because I don't think this is like hockey silhouette type shit. I don't think. It wouldn't be silhouette. Oh, we got the arrow coming back. So you both have D in your name? Is that just a coincidence or something? I guess. Who cares? A name's a name. Do you want a D in your name, Sabo? That's interesting. That's an interesting. That's very interesting. Do you want a D in your name, Sabo? That's interesting. Because it feels like the D is an inherited thing, and even without knowing it, Ace and Luffy are kind of like giving the will of D, which we know is a term, to Sabo. So I wonder if Sabo will inherit the will of D by the end, being so close, being basically a brother to 2 of the biggest revolutionaries, which is Ace. I mean, Ace maybe not revolutionaries, but some very important figures like Ace and Luffy. Interesting. And also Dragon. And also, not Ivankov. I don't think Ivankov is a D. But okay, so Vivi is a D. The Nefertaris are Ds. Just like I assume, one of my biggest theories is that the Kozuki clan is basically another term for D. I very much think that Momo is a D, and I think that's connected with Zunisha in some way. You can be Sad D-Bo. Sad Bo. Why'd you put it there? Sad D-Bo. Dude, listen, the fucking community makes those jokes. Oda, you can't make those jokes. Sad D-Bo. And then we have the fucking snaking tail piercing Cobra again on Sabo's back, and it seems like it also pierced Sabo, which means hockey. King Cobra. And then that looks like Emu. God. The poneglyphs must be protected. Fly that flag. Fly the flag that heralds the world's eventual dawn. Nefertari D. Lily. And while he's saying this, I'm guessing Emu's going, Rah! Or whatever the fuck is rawr. Sorry, I can't do it right now. I'm counting on you, Sabo-kun. So Cobra's sacrificing himself. Interesting. Okay. The poneglyphs must be protected. Fly the flag that heralds the world's eventual dawn. And that is a letter from the Queen of Alabasta 800 years ago to the rest of the Alabasta family generations. To fly the flag, to be representatives, basically, to be representatives of the new dawn. So in a way, fly the flag that heralds the world's eventual dawn is gonna be the Straw Hat fucking flag. in a very strong way. Listen, Vivi's already a straw hat, baby. You don't need to tell her. You don't need we need the X on the arm, brother. King Cobra, you must live on. Who's there? And another dude. Wapple through a hole in the wall. He's dead. What was that hole in the wall? What made that hole? Did he chisel that hole himself? He's dead. Cobra the senile has gone and gotten himself killed. I never liked him, but how can I celebrate after witnessing something so terrifying? He also saw all the Gorosei in their forms and probably Emu as well, so Wapple also knows, and that's why he's with Vivi right now. I've stumbled upon the biggest skeleton in the government's closet. Dude, who would think that Wapple would be this fucking important? I don't even want to know who that was. They will end me. So I'm guessing he did see their regular forms, because if he stumbled upon them just in their devil fruit forms, I don't think he would say that. I don't even know who that was. So he didn't he of course knows the Gorosei. He didn't recognize Emu. The grand round table in the council chamber. It seems that King Cobra and King Wapple are not present yet. We've just received word that the two of them will not be attending, and that we are to proceed without them. Perhaps King Cobra... It's interesting that they went not at the end of the reverie, but like, what was the first day, second day? Which is interesting. Perhaps King Cobra's impassioned speech drained him, or got him killed. Wahaha. Maybe he considers his job done, now that the dissolution of the warlords has been approved. Let us move to the remaining matter on the agenda. King Ariku, sus, or he's feeling sus. He's like, what happened to my boy? That was my boy. We got King of the Fishmen, King Neptune. Now then, concerning the coalition of the 4 northern nations calling for independence. Shirahoshi, the conference is almost over. Let's go wait at the Red Port. We won't have to deal with the celestial dunces there. You okay? I was hoping to say goodbye to Princess Vivi. I wonder where she went. Well, she got captured. What's the big idea? You'd better untie me. Whose orders are you following? I'll tell the whole world about this. A guest room and Pangaea Cat. I'm trying to speed this up. Jabra and Khalifa are going to kidnap Vivi. Hey, easy there. You're being way too forward. Cypher Pole, ages 0, Jabra. Gotta play your cards close to your vest if you want a shot at being free, you know. You're one feisty chick. Is that Scar on Jabra? Yeah, I have that Scar. I don't recognize it. I'm afraid no one's going to help you, Princess. Once your disappearance is made known, you'll probably live the rest of your life like a pet. Alright, Khalifa. Is Shirahoshi alright? Seriously? Now's not the time to be worried about others, little missy. We received word that more trouble broke out around her earlier, but she apparently came out of the ordeal unscathed. Thank goodness. The punks who ended up assaulting the celestial dragon that were trying to kidnap the mermaid princess were members of the Straw Hat Fleet. That's right, Sign Leo representing. Boldly proclaimed their victory, giving their names and everything. The guests in the courtyard were stunned. Let's go. Meanwhile, at the home of the gods, Fujitori's actions helped the revolutionary army free the slaves. Let's go. And that obviously pissed off Ryokyugyu, and that obviously pissed Ryokyugyu off. So they went at it. Fujitori just helping slaves. He's like, I don't give a fuck about the agenda. I'm here to help some slaves. Good guy Fujitora. But again, this time, not a silhouette. But we're still not seeing really the fights. Oda, come on, man. You could have done more. What's the deal with this year's reverie? Like a pet. Give me a break. Looks like I'm going to have to do something about it. Huh? Spare me. I didn't see a thing. Wapple? Out of the way. This is my chance. Move already. You'll never take me alive. And she jumped into his goddamn mouth. And she knows Wapol, of course. Chapa! What was that? I think it was King Wapol. Hey, wait a second. Vivi's gone. Oh, darling, I've been looking for you. Where the devil have you been? And who is the young lady with you? Hey, Wapol, how much further are you going to go? As far as it takes. I'll run to the end of the world if I have to. Sounds good to me. Let's go. Don't tell me you're running away with a mistress. Eloping to start a life on the run. So Wapol, being the coward he is, got the fuck out of there as quickly as possible because he saw King Cobra get killed. I don't have much time. There's not much to say other than I'm excited. We've seen. This is, I think, a wrap-up of Reverie. We saw Emu get pissed, and that's pretty huge. The thing Ace said to Sabo wasn't a joke. That and Emu's reaction to D Lily name makes you think Lily added the D in her name. Ow! Only after betraying Emu, like a sign of rebellion. That the D are a clan not bound by blood, but by an idea. I totally agree with that. But I also think she might have been just a rat in the fight. Or, no, she could have totally inherited the will of D right after betraying the Celestial Dragons and deciding to herald, to go against, to rebel against them. So yeah, great chapter. See you next week. Bye-bye.